So it's always best to stick with where the evidence goes, whether biblical or historical. It's important that we don't propagate false ideas and things that are just kind of just pulled out of a hat, such as the case with the Easter equivalent Ishtar thing. It's just not true. Just because two words sound the same don't mean that they are or mean the same thing. Easter comes from the Germanic language Oster, which has to do with dawn, sunrise, east, eastern. I don't celebrate Easter, not because it is the Feast of Ishtar, but simply because it is a later Gentile Christian development in the 2nd century AD. The original spring feast of the Hebrew people and of the Jewish Messianic or Jewish Christians was the Hebrew Pesach, was called in Greek Pascha, a Greek transliteration of the Aramaic Pascha, which is a translation of the Hebrew Pesach. So the Eastern Orthodox, Greek Orthodox churches, they still call it Pascha today. It is true that the goddess Eostre probably got her name from the Germanic word Oster or Easter, but the word itself just has to do with a particular direction that the sun rises in, the east. Easter used to be used as a synonym for the Hebrew Pesach. It's much older than the word Passover. You can verify this by looking at the Older Testament portion of the English Bibles prior to the KJV, like the Matthew's Bible, Bishop's Bible, so forth and so on, the Great Bible. As time developed, the word has changed its meaning now to mean the Sunday after Pesach or Passover, in which the Christians celebrate the resurrection of Christ. I'm not comfortable with the rabbit and bunny thing and the egg thing and all that. I think different cultures have different feasts, and over time, this right here happens, and adaptation of feasts and the blending of feasts takes place. The original Easter celebration, or Pascha, Christian Pascha, was a development of the Hebrew Pesach. It was not kept by the 1st century Jewish Christian assembly. It was not kept by the 1st century Gentile Christian assembly. We do have attestation in the 2nd century for it, but we know that there were some Christians like Polycarp and those, I believe, in Asia Minor that were still celebrating the Pascha on the 14th day of Abib. The reason Sunday got chosen has anti-Semitic roots. We don't want to look Jewish. So we got to keep a day different than the 14th of Abib. We can't do those old Jewish ways. We got to do our new Christian ways.